Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are here at Rise and Thrive with a Purpose, another wonderful episode. And I always like to start by saying that there's two important days in your life: the day that you were born and the day that you find out why. And today I have another inspiring story. We have Jackie from Texas
From
here
Texas.
in
Yes.
the state of Florida. How are you,
Yeah.
Jackie?
I'm
Welcome.
doing good. Thank you so much for inviting me to your show live here in
Yes.
Florida. So thank you so much for that.
Yes, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah.
And if you want to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit what you do and your background.
Okay. I'm a real estate agent. I've been in the business serving Texas and El Paso City, my hometown, for 19 years. I am a husband and wife team along with a daughter who we are now a family team serving El Paso. I have 4 children. Well, I shouldn't say children. They're 3 young women adults and 1 son that's starting his freshman year. And
Wonderful.
yeah, so been with my husband for 23 years. And
That's amazing. And what does it take to be 23 years married?
a lot of ups and downs, but hey, everything is in your way to grow and sacrifice each other's dreams, visions. We've been through it all: the laughs, the cries, and the hearts and the goods.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And I know that prior to becoming an entrepreneur, owning your own business, how did everything start?
Everything started basically with a vision to become something more than what I initially came out of high school with, which is being a sheriff's officer. I was, wanting to be a lawyer at that time, and I had a friend tell me, "Hey, listen, why don't you go and try the sheriff's office or the sheriff's department at that time and see if you get some law enforcement, background with that." And uh, 5 years of my life, and it was learning the jail system and learning, inmates that were in there. It was very hard because I had a lot of shift work to do. So I was also raising a family at the same time, and it just didn't mingle together. So that's how I started my real estate career.
That's wonderful. So as we can see here, she had a vision first. She set priorities as well, because in order to get you where you are today, your family was first, of course, and the job that you were doing, it didn't align with it.
It didn't align. It didn't balance with what I wanted, who I wanted to be as a mother, as a wife. I wanted to be there with my kids. I didn't want to miss those memorable moments that they had, and they were just babies. So that's when I had, kind of said, you know what, this isn't for me. I need to find something else that suits me. And that was real estate.
That's awesome. And now you've been over 15 years in business.
Yes, this July will be my 19th year in real estate. So I'm excited.
Yeah, that's awesome. I will say that one thing is to get there, but another different thing is to keep it. So how can you maintain a almost 19-year business? So congratulations.
Thank you so much. It actually trial and error too, just like you grow with everything in relationships, just like my marriage, just like my kids. It's the same way with my business, is having to maintain and keep up and go with the ups and goes with the downs as well.
Yeah. And one thing can you share during your business career? What was that aha moment that you can share? Like you say, this is what I belong to.
When you see when you're able to service actual people who have the dream of homeownership, or they count on you to liquidate the biggest asset in their life, and you're able to deliver that and build a relationship from that, I think that's the most aha moment that I had, that made me feel good that I can continuously do that for more and more people in my hometown.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Yeah, it's such a great satisfaction, right?
Yeah. And that they could trust in you, and it's long term, so not short term.
Yeah, no, 100%, 100%. And what is that one challenge that you can share with us that impact your life and your business forever?
The challenges, um,
What is that one challenge that you can share that you say, well, this particular challenge actually switched my entire mindset and
yeah.
my business?
So every year for 19 years, right? Well, I'm going to say 18 years. I've always strived to be the best. I've always worked very hard on everything that me and my husband and my family have built. I kind of like molded my family to that. And as we built our empire, as we built success in our businesses, the challenge that I faced was last year being, was finding out that I ended up having cancer, right? And nobody wants to hear that. Nobody ever wants to hear that you're doing so well and then you get this bump in the road that just knocks you right to your feet or, on your butt. So that was a very hard challenge for me to accept because I had to change and shift my whole mindset on working. How can I tell you? I felt like I was going to let everything go because of this, or my family was going to go down because I'm sick. You're the main
Yeah,
person. I'm not going to say the main person, but the person that has ran the business is down.
yeah,
How are they going to recover from that? So that was a huge challenge for me. Is if I were to leave this world, what would I leave behind for them? How would
wow,
they get back in the groove of continuing the business? Right.
yeah,
So that was a huge challenge for me, and I still, even though I was told that did have cancer, I actually did manifest this in my mind and in my body and my soul with the grace of God that I didn't have it. Every day I would wake up and I just pretend I didn't have it.
wow,
And
Jeff.
so when I was told that it could be removed without spreading, I was it was like game on. I got this. I got this. And I just fought hard until my family saw that I had to show them I had to be on my feet, and
Yeah,
it didn't hurt me. I wanted to prove to them and show them like nothing could get me down, right? We're going to
wow,
make it through together. So that was the biggest challenge in my life, but it also changed my mindset. It really did change my mindset that no matter how hard I work, right, the most important people that are by your side is your family.
wow.
Mm-hmm.
That right there is deep because
Mm-hmm.
we see a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of business owners that they spend most of the time in their business
Yeah.
and family maybe last.
Maybe
So
last.
that's at the end of the
Yeah.
day, that should be your number one thing, right?
Always as a
Yes.
priority.
And
Always.
how do you feel when they told you that you had cancer? That should be very
You
devastating.
know, I was in ICU during that time, and the least thing that you ever want to hear is a doctor coming in to tell you you have that. And your husband's right next to you, your mom's right next to you, the people you care about are right next to you. And when you hear it though, you kind of just go numb. That's how I felt. I felt very numb. And I want to be specific in this because when they did tell me, everything that I just saw before me was like an album of my life, like my
Wow.
kids, my marriage, my everything that I've worked hard for. I felt like it was just pictures of everything, your whole life flashed before your eyes. And then you just kind of just accept what you just heard. And then my thing always is fight mode. So, okay, you told me what I had. Now how can I beat this? Like what do I need to do? Like give me the solution. I want to work at it,
Yes, yes,
Let's tackle it.
yeah.
And so,
And it's
yeah.
incredible how our body function
Yes.
because you know that every day we have new cells and
Yes.
our something is going on our
Yes.
body that is not right. You see how our new
Yeah.
cells fight against that,
Yes.
and the fact that you step up is it says a lot about you, resilience, about how important is positive affirmations and
Positivity
yes,
all
and
around you.
now seeing you, like, oh, thanks God that you are a cancer survivor, and
Yes.
it's my pleasure to
I
interview
know.
you,
Yes. Thank you so much.
and
And it feels weird to say cancer free. I'm like, what? I have to say cancer free, but I am. I have to
yes,
be proud of that and know
yes,
that that's
of
something that I
course.
accomplished in my life.
And what is one thing that you can share with the audience? Those people that are going through challenge, or maybe to cancer, maybe to bankruptcy. What is one thing that you can share with them?
You know what? Focus on your today. Tomorrow will be tomorrow. Tomorrow will work out. It's tomorrow. Take a day at a time. Don't be so hard on yourself. You got to find peace within yourself, because I can guarantee you this. Being peaceful and sitting in peace at times and just hearing God's message is going to take you to another level. There's really not much distraction that could come into your vibe, your realm of positivity. So take a day at a time, and eventually it's going to be hard in the beginning, but you will get through this. It's going to eventually work out.
That's so wonderful, wonderful, great story.
Yeah.
And is there anything that you would like to share with those entrepreneurs that are starting brand new right now, trying to build a business, trying to start a new project? Now you being a business owner for over 18 years, almost 19. What is that advice that you will give those teenagers? We see a lot of teenagers starting new projects, and
they are, and they're actually fascinating about that. I have an 18-year-old daughter. Her name is Ashley, and she runs two of her businesses locally in El Paso. And I feel that your children will always see what you are doing, so they're going to mimic your habits. They're going to mimic your skills, your vocabulary, your conversation. And so if you just allow that to, teach your children that, they're also going to, it's going to show in their entrepreneurship as well.
Yeah.
So her business have basically blossomed because she has set her calendar. She has set what's important to her, and she focuses on the marketing, right? We all talk about marketing all the time, and the brand and so forth. So I would say start from square one, right? And think about your why and why you're doing it. Then I always say raise your hand and ask. Ask as many entrepreneurs how they did it, many successful people on ways they could get to success. And I guarantee you they're going to answer you. The ones that don't share, those aren't the ones you want to be around with anyways.
100%. Wow. We learned so much from you. We learned that you have to step up. We learned that you have to be positive, even though they say one evidence about having this and that. In your case, they diagnosed cancer. You didn't stay with that diagnosed. You step up. You fight. We can see a lot of resilience again in your story, and that's wonderful. And you lead by example, because having a daughter that is an entrepreneur, that's really amazing. So we learned so much from your story. Is there anything else that you would like to share before we end the interview?
Well, let go, let God. So let go and let God do its work. And I mean, you'll see things change in your life if you just do that. Yeah. We have an upcoming book coming soon. So we'll share that as a group as women here in Florida. And we'll give more details within the book. And Yisbel will have hers. And these young ladies around me will have theirs too. So if you want tips and you want, to know how to start your business or know how to balance life, we will have that soon for you.
That's wonderful. I can't wait. I will be the first one buying your book, because
likewise.
What a great story.
Thank you, Yisbel.
Thank you so much. I wish you that you continue having success, and thank you so much for sharing your story.
Thank you all.
We'll see you on the next one.
Thanks.